This is Stellaris, a game so monkey brain that I actually monkey brained at least 4, possibly 7 times while writing this script, which resulted in multiple complete project deletions, which is why you can see me hinting at a Stellaris video on videos from way back in 2020. Originally it was a clip dump, and then a guide, and then a clip dump again, and now it's some weird combination of a guide and a review. But no matter, it's here now, so you better watch the fucking video. But enough about me and my bitching. Let's move on to Stellaris. Stellaris is a 4X RTS game developed by Paradox Interactive, which, if you're familiar with it, is kind of the bizarro twin of Endless Space 2, but more on that later. The gameplay is focused on economy, development, and diplomacy. You play as a spacefaring empire of your own design. And try to win. How do you do that? Well, there are 3 main playstyles. Tall, wide, and what my friends put in my script as goofy ah. To briefly touch on each of them, wide empires realize that, if you take everyone else's land, no matter how bad you're doing, everyone else is doing worse. Tall empires are the reason why you get no bitches, because they took all of them. Get your 5'11" ass out of my game. The last category, goofy empires, are a broad category of empires that have absolutely nothing going for them, usually played by memers, savants of a specific playstyle, and horribly unfortunate artificial players. Playing against the latter will, invariably, be the easiest victory you've ever had in Stellaris, whereas playing against the former is downright impossible, as they are impossible to predict, because 90% of the time, their own controller can't do so either. Winning is determined by victory, which is a summary of the economic strength of your empire, your level of technology, the amount of territory you control, the number of worlds you control, the number of pops in your empire, the number and strength of your vassals, the strength of your federation, if existent, your contribution to the defense of the galaxy against assorted galactic crises, and the number of relics that you own at the end of the game. Your economy is integral to your success in every other department, which all, one way or another, circle back to benefit your economy. Being thick is technically not a requirement, since tall empires exist. Vassals exist only to contribute victory and then die as meat shields to your fleets before being integrated. Relics are by far the most interesting of the bunch, and they give you special passive and active bonuses ranging from terrible, to meh, to holy fucking shit, all the way to there are literally multiple achievements centered entirely around this item. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, crises. Yeah, we're gonna talk about those now. Crises are intergalactic threats that arise to challenge the player. These can come in many forms and 2 flavors, mid-game and end-game crises. Mid-game crises include such wonderful specimens as an all-calculating ancient nanite swarm that still only decides to send out 1 Titan and 3 cruisers, and of course, Space Genghis. Endgame crises include interdimensional beings made out of pure light, space Nazis capable of destroying entire solar systems with 1 shot, Skynet, and intergalactic refugees that want to use your entire galaxy as a gas can. Anyway, multiplayer. Let's talk about that. We spend an hour in Empire design, because who doesn't? We load in, get Wanderlust immediately, because of course, get 20 years in 6 hours because of this shit, and then somebody either has to leave or rage quits. So, while multiplayer is the shit, in my specific case, single player is the far superior experience. Second reason for this, besides the obvious fact that I'm not waiting 6 hours to go a single year in game, is because I'm not locked in diplomatically. See, when I play with my friends, we all form one big alliance and curb stomp the AI, which is fun the first few times, and then it gets boring very fast. Now, in single player, this is one of the reasons why I love Stellaris in general. The diplomacy is really immersive, as long as you're not that guy. And one of the most interesting parts of that is the galactic community, or GC, as I will be abbreviating it. And now, the end of my patience, and appropriately, the end of the video, which seems like a good time to talk about Endless Space 2. Half of the gameplay it has beats Stellaris on Paradox's own turf, and everything else in the game makes me wish I was playing Stellaris or breaking my computer with a rock. A reasonable solution would be for Paradox to choke down the $8 million price tag on Amplitude Studios and create Endless Sus 2. God, why did I write that? Fucking kill me. Now, of course, at the time of release of this video, and as well as through recording and through editing, there is a certain other thing slightly similar to Stellaris and tangentially related that's been happening and taking the spotlight from the game itself in the Paradox community. Toxoids. I'm talking about toxoids. Or at least I would be if toxoids actually added some stuff that a new player would need to know about. But it doesn't, so I had a whole bit here, but I was advised to remove it by the pre-release screening audience. So instead, I have an alternate bit here about essential DLCs, and you're going to want Utopia, and Federations adds Origins and a bunch of early game stuff. So, Utopia in general, and especially for the late game, and Federations for the early game, and anything that you feel particularly passionate about. For instance, just get Synthetic Dawn if you want to play robots. But for the most part, Utopia and Federations are must-haves. Right, Victoria 3. People have some strong opinions, to say the least. God damn! I'm not gonna give my opinion on it right now, but just know that there are some strong ones that exist. Are you fucking kidding? There are some strong opinions that exist, just know that. Okay, this is getting... There are some strong opinions that exist on the game, and I will probably cover my own in a separate video, so just wait for that. That's all I was gonna say! Jesus Christ! Just thought I'd give a final reflection. I never thought I would finish that, and I know these aren't really my forte, these long-form videos, but I really wanted to do this, and I really like the way it came out. Thanks for sticking around to listen to this, and I will see you in 3 months, or with a random clip in 2 days. Who knows?
A singing, dancing piece of shit that you all paid to see. You got it wrong. It's cabaret. Sucked in bad if you thought this would make a good first date. Cause this show is my goddamn magnum opus. You made the choice to be here, so you better fucking focus. And if you'd rather be at home with Married at First Sight, you get the hell out. There'll be no